Tonight on WMCT News, coverage from a structure fire at a local apartment building, and the mayor's new guidelines for Memorial Beach this summer season. All that and more coming up on WMCT News. Welcome back to WMCT News. I'm Megan Parsons. Our top story, a structure fire at an apartment building on Mechanic Street. Thanks to a brave passerby, everyone inside the building at the time of the fire made it out just fine. WMCT was on scene as Marlboro fire crews worked to contain the fire. Around 5 o'clock Tuesday night, a passerby reported a fire at 184 Mechanic Street. That same person entered the blazing building to alert and evacuate anyone inside.
When I was coming down the stairs, there was a lady saying that the house was on fire.
Inside that building, 6 apartment units. Dawn Garrigan lives on the 3rd floor.
Well, all I know is I heard the big alarm go off. I could smell smoke, like it smelled bad. Like it smelled like rubber, actually.
When she got outside, all she saw were the flames.
It looked like it was coming from the basement. When I came out, you could see flames coming up.
Bystander video shows the moment Marlboro fire crews arrived on scene.
We arrived, found heavy fire on the outside of the building, which extended up all 3 floors. Our crews made an attack and stopped the fire from extending into the house.
Thanks to that passerby, everyone inside the building made it out just fine.
No injuries, everybody was out fine. Thankfully, the passerby alerted everybody in the house and evacuated them.
But the damage done to the outside of the building most likely made some of the units unlivable.
I'm going to guess that there's probably about 15 people that are going to be displaced by this.
The fire investigation unit working to determine what started the fire. In Marlboro, Megan Parsons, WMCT News. With the warm weather came crowds of people looking to cool down at Memorial Beach. But as those crowds grew bigger, so did the concern of some residents as the state continues to battle the COVID-19 crisis. Mayor Bridget responded to those concerns and announced a whole new set of guidelines for the beach this summer season. The warm weather bringing people out of the house and onto the beach. But the busy beaches worry some residents since the state continues to experience a pandemic.
I feel like I don't see anybody sanitizing.
But other beachgoers, sick of staying inside, said they understand the risk.
Honestly, it's the beach. Everyone's going to be around each other.
And it's not just a problem specific to Marlboro. You'll find crowded beaches across the state.
It's the same everywhere. Yeah, this is no exception to the rule, let me tell you.
But Memorial Beach isn't technically open yet. Mayor Bridget announced it will officially open for the season June 26th with a brand new set of rules. Some of the biggest changes include limiting attendance to Marlboro residents and groups under 10 people. Other guidelines state parties must space at least 12 feet apart and wear face coverings when closer than 6 feet and in the bathroom. An effort to protect residents and ease any concern.
Good. That seems, the guidelines seem better.
Bathrooms opened earlier this week, and on the 26th, lifeguards and parking attendants report for duty. The beach opens daily from 11 to 6:45. At Memorial Beach, Megan Parsons, WMCT News. Next door to Marlboro, an alarming night for officers of the Southborough Police Department. During a routine inventory check, a Southborough man allegedly attacked a sergeant on duty with a folding knife. Here's more on what happened.
No rush phone call, in the nighttime hours.
35-year-old Stuart Angus of Southborough appeared via Zoom in Westborough District Court Tuesday morning. Police charged Angus with assault and battery with a deadly weapon after he allegedly stabbed a Southborough police officer in the back. It happened late Monday night, right in the lobby of the Southborough Public Safety Building. While investigating a threat complaint, Sergeant James DeLuca conducted an inventory check of Angus's belongings. That's when police say Angus stabbed Sergeant DeLuca in the back with a folding knife. He was taken to UMass Memorial Hospital in Worcester, where he was treated and released early the next morning.
We're very fortunate he was wearing his protective vest, so it prevented, a lot more serious injury.
His well-being was the department's #1 concern.
we immediately reached out to the family, and the officer's safety and his well-being was our main concern at that point.
After the alleged attack, Angus fled to the back of the building, where he was quickly taken into custody. He is currently being held at Bridgewater State Hospital until a dangerousness hearing on Monday. State police detectives continue to investigate the incident. In Southborough, Megan Parsons, WMCT News. Late last week, Hudson police confirmed a fox in town tested positive for rabies. Police first learned of the fox after 2 residents reported possible fox bites near Lake Boone. The next day, a car struck a fox near the area of Main Street and Lakeside Avenue. After testing, animal control confirmed it was most likely the same rabid fox reported days earlier. Marlboro saw some pretty crazy weather this week. Take a look at this viewer video. Caught on camera, multiple lightning bolts lighting up a purple sky over the city. Marlboro saw 4 straight days of storms this week, resulting in power outages and flooding all across the Metro West area. Coming up after the break, we bring you a segment full of brand new summer coverage and how students and residents in the community came together to honor frontline workers at Marlboro Hospital that continue to fight COVID-19.
There are thousands of dogs and cats housed in shelters that need your help. Local shelter professionals and volunteers give their heart and soul to help unwanted animals and deserve your support. Americans give millions every year to national animal organizations, but unless you give to your local shelter, you can't be sure that money will make it to the pets that need it most. Adopt, volunteer, and give to your local animal shelter. To find your local shelter, go to humaneforpets.org.
Everyone should know how to do hands-only CPR. If you see a teen or adult suddenly collapse, all you need are
2 simple steps. Call 911 and push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives.
Just push to the beat of the classic song, Stayin' Alive.
It really works.
You didn't let me finish. I really do know this stuff.
If it wasn't for disco, I'd be dead. Staying alive. Staying alive.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Welcome back. We have a brand new segment to bring you these summer months. Not sure where to go for a walk or hang out locally this summer season? Don't worry, we have you covered. Our intern Emily McGee heads out and explores a new trail every week in the Metro West area. The best views, the best spots, she has it all. Up first, the Desert Area Conservation Land. Check it out.
Here is a little-known nature sanctuary in Marlboro known as the Desert, or the Memorial Forest Reservation. It can be found on Concord Road about 1.5 miles past Goloney Park. Once you pass an old-looking graveyard, you will know that the small dirt parking lot for the desert is coming up on the right. Don't let the name fool you, though. The desert is teeming with lush greenery and bustling with wildlife.
Just in time for the warm weather and start of summer, playgrounds and parks in the city reopened, including the splash pad at Goloney Park. City officials are excited residents can get back outside, but ask that when visiting these public spaces, continue to social distance yourself from others by staying 6 feet apart. Restaurants in the city now open for outdoor and indoor dining. WMCT's Matt Pisaccio took a look at how local restaurants are adapting to the new way of doing things.
On June 22nd, Governor Baker implemented Step 2 of Phase 2 of the Commonwealth's 4-phase reopening program. Meredith Harris, Executive Director of the Marlboro Economic Development Corporation, explains what that means for local restaurants and their patrons.
In phase 2, step 2, the residents can now eat indoors as well as outdoors. In the last couple of weeks, we spent a lot of time in the city trying to get folks ready for outdoor dining. But in phase 2, step 2, you can also do 50% occupancy with some of the indoor dining as well. So you'll now see a combination of both.
From the beginning of phase 2 back on June 8th, the MEDC has been there every step of the way, helping to bring dining experiences back to the city.
We helped with the licensing board, then also with the police department, fire department, DPW, Board of Health, building commissioner, to make sure that everybody was on the same page. And the outdoor dining was not only aesthetically pleasing and exciting for the restaurant owners, but also safe, in according to all of our department heads.
Ms. Harris describes the financial impact of the reopening for small businesses after months of uncertainty.
We're super happy to see people back up and running and people out and about in our, not only our restaurants, but our retail spaces. It's been a tough couple of months, especially for some of the small business folks. MEDC actually launched, in coordination with the city, a grant program for small businesses over the last few weeks, able to grant out over $100,000 to small business folks to help with reopening costs. That's something that we felt was really important to do. As folks, took a hit over the last few months, this is something that, even though small amounts, but still able to help folks kind of get back up and running and hopefully get our economy pumping again.
The benefit of the reopening is great for businesses, but it's also an opportunity for the community to take a step towards normalcy.
And I think the beauty of it is that if folks are still not comfortable coming out, you don't have to. You can still do the takeout, you can do the curbside delivery, but for those people that are ready to kind of dip their toes in the water and get back out there, you have the ability to do so in a safe way. Working with the restaurant owners and the Board of Health to make sure that everything is safe for folks when they're coming out. And I, for one, have been to a few of our establishments and feel very good doing so. So, I encourage anybody that is willing and wants to get out there. We're ready to have you.
In downtown Marlboro, Matt Bisaccio, WMCT News.
We've told you about Marlboro Public Schools meal delivery service. Well, that service, a total success while schools have been closed. They provided more than 2,000 meals to students and families in the community. Entering the summer months, MPS will continue the service, but on a new schedule with limited locations. Starting June 29th, deliveries will be made on Mondays and Thursdays. Extra meals will be given on those days to cover the days deliveries are not made. Meals are also available for pickup at Marlboro High School and the Richer School. More information and a complete list of delivery and pickup locations can be found at mps-edu.org. This service ends August 27th. Marlboro's new elementary school opens this fall, but before it can open, it needs a name. Talks about that name took place during a city council meeting last week. Mayor Vigent proposed naming it the Goodnow School. Theodore Andrew and Charles Goodnow died fighting in the Civil War. All three brothers now buried here in Marlboro at the Rock Lawn Cemetery. The proposal must be approved by the City Council Veterans Service Committee before anything is made official. The worst of the COVID-19 crisis might be behind us, but the staff at Marlboro Hospital continues to battle the virus head-on. So the art department at Marlboro Public Schools came up with a creative way to honor those frontline workers. Members of the art department at Marlboro Public Schools wanted to give back to those working so hard on the front lines of this pandemic. What better way to show support than with a heart?
Project that we're pretty proud of is the Hearts for Heroes project. We encourage students and families and community members to submit a heart that they created.
The Hearts for Heroes project honored Marlboro Hospital workers, but it also allowed the community to come together and create.
We have this instinct to create, and when we can create together in a community setting, it can really bring people together in a positive way, and I think that's what the Hearts for Heroes project shows.
Students and residents created all different types of hearts, each one unique in its own way. Originally just showcased online, members of the art department wanted to make the project even more special with a banner.
We wanted the project to be seen more. Right now it was just visible online, and I don't think many of the workers at the hospital even knew about it. So we wanted to make it a little bit more special and show them that art was a way that people were showing they cared.
Art teachers from all different Marlboro schools came together to present the banner to hospital workers, since many of those workers posing with the banner to show thanks. In Marlboro, Megan Parsons, WMCT News. That's all for tonight. Make sure to stay tuned to WMCT for local coverage on all the things happening right in your own backyard. For WMCT, I'm Megan Parsons. Have a great 4th of July.